It's Friday afternoon. I've just gotten back home from being at my mom's all week, and it's still a little early. Got out early today, so I decided to stop at this little stretch of woods at the edge of a field, which is at the edge of a park, a wooded park, a very old wooded park. And I've hunted this set of woods before. See all these trees planted in a big row? See that? All those, I believe they're fir trees in a nice even row. So this was all planted on purpose. Yeah? And in this woods a couple years back, I found my first and only Masonic penny, which was a pretty cool find. I'll show you a picture of it here. So today I thought maybe I would come back, take another shot at these woods. I've hit them pretty hard, probably won't find anything, but I do have the Knox with me today, so you know, in those days I was using an HE Pro, so maybe something will turn up. Been a few winters since then. I did just dig this ginormous spike. Look at this. I don't think it's very old. A big sucker, and it's got threads at the end. As you can imagine, pretty clean and loud signal. Freakishly huge. Funky thing. I don't know, I may keep that. That's kind of cool. Not the kind of thing you're going to put in your Purdue box, though. So, alright. Putter around some more. See what else turns up. Okay. Yeah, we got an episode now, baby. Had a pretty wacky sounding honker right here at the base of this tree, which has this other little tree next to it. This one is one of those ash trees. I'm pretty sure this is an oak. Anyway, pretty strong signal. Go down there, pop it out. What's looking back at me? That is a man's class ring. It is a frickin' honker. That is a big ring. Holy smokes. You know, I will look into this ring and see if I can figure out whose it was. Why can't I read that? Alright, give me a second. I can't make it out. Give me a second. Alright, it's not a name, unfortunately. It's a maker's mark. It's 10 karat gold. Jostens copyright. See that? Jostens, see? Must be the company that made the ring. So, let's zoom back out here because we're wicked zoomed in. So, it is a ring from the Austin Preparatory School, as you can see. 1979. We're a long way from Texas. So, unfortunately, there's no name, there's no initials, nothing. All I know is the year and the school. So chances of getting it back to its owner are remote. That's too bad. But it is a beautiful gold ring. Certainly the last thing I was expecting to find here. Wow. Crazy. Alright. Well, I guess we're on the board. You know, we say any day you find silver is a good day. So I guess any day you find gold is a great day? So it's a great day. Who'd have thunk it? Woo-wee! That is pretty. So, as a follow-up, after I got home with this ring and cleaned it up, Mrs. Chuck and Dirt noticed that there were initials in the ring. JJR. Which meant that there was a chance we could find the owner. She also managed to track down the school, and it turned out it wasn't in Austin, Texas. It's called Austin, but it isn't in Texas. That was enough information. So I contacted the alumni outreach director at that school, a nice lady named Jen, and I told her I have a ring, it's dated 1979, and it has the initials JJR in it. Can you find out who owned it? Maybe put me in contact with them. Gave her my phone number. A day later, I got a call from a man named Jim, His last name did indeed begin with R, and he was a major in the Army, I think. I'm not sure about that. But it turned out that the ring had been stolen from him. 10 years prior, his house had been broken into, and some thieves had made away with a lot of stuff, including this ring. So none of the other stuff that he lost was in the area where I found the ring, unfortunately. And I felt really bad for him because he lost some very important personal items, related to his family and his dad, things like that. But he was overjoyed that I had recovered the ring, and I got his contact information, and Mrs. Chuck and Dirt packaged the ring up for me and sent it off to him. And a few days later, I got a call. He had received the ring. He was very, very happy to have it. I'm very glad it's back in his hands where it belongs. And this is better than finding gold. This is the best part of being a detectorist. Finding a long-lost item and returning it to its owner. I mean, this guy had long since given up on ever seeing this ring again. And I found it, buried in the woods, 10 years later. So he's got it back now. A happy end to an interesting tale. Enjoy your ring, Major Jim. Well, this is weird. I just recovered a really nice bottle. Well, not super nice, but I like it. Pretty much on the surface, though, which surprised me. I mean, for the age of it. Let's have a look at it together. There we go. Oh, we got ourselves a little whiskey flask. You can see it says half pint. There's no metric units on it anywhere. And it has the federal law warning. Sorry, I'm blowing these bugs. They're getting in my face. I'm blowing them away. Federal law prohibits sale or reuse of this bottle. Now, I believe I read somewhere that stopped being embossed on bottles in the mid-60s. It started during Prohibition, and they took it off in the mid-60s. So this bottle has got to at least be from the 1960s. On the bottom, I see two numbers, 56, 51. One of those could be a year. So it could be a 1956 or a 1951 bottle. But I like this bottle. So even though it's a screw top and it's not that old, it's not cracked. It's in nice shape. I'm going to take this one home. Cool beans. Got ourselves a little bottle to go along with our ring and our giant spike. Okay. Try to make a story with those elements. Alright. Oh, these bugs. They're terrible, man. I am doused from head to toe in bug spray, and they don't care. Or they care. They can't land on me. But they seem to think if they keep trying, eventually it'll work. So they're just in my face, in my ears constantly. They won't just decide, well, there's no meal here, I'm going to leave. They're not that smart. They're bugs. So, anyway, yeah, so this is a nice bottle. So we're doing all right. Going to keep going for a little while longer. We still have some daylight. It's a beautiful day. It's hot. I'm sweating like a pig, but yeah. All right, let's get back to it. History awaits. So when we go out here in the woods, we're always, these bugs, get out of here. We go out here in the woods, we're always looking for a sign, some sort of sign that indicates that, someone did something. We're always looking for a sign, yeah. And usually when we're looking for a sign, we don't actually expect to find an actual sign. I think this is probably something that hung on someone's front door or on their mailbox. There's another little piece of it there. It's just lying on the ground here. I just flipped it over. Coil went over it, and of course, machine went nuts, because it's a big target. That's got to be a good, a little over a foot long. Holy smoking moly. Anyway, a little big for me to cart it out of here, so I think I'm just going to leave it there, but okay. Never know what you're going to find. While I was puttering around out here, a guy across the street, called over to me because he was interested. I went over and talked to him, showed him that ring I found. Turns out he's got an AT Pro, which he hasn't spent too much time using, but he wants to. So hopefully he'll come and check out Chuck and Dirt. Anyway, yeah, still working. I'm going to work on here a little bit longer. I'm hot, I'm sweaty, the bugs are insane, but I want to press on a little bit. Ding! Just like that, we're on the board again. This time we picked up a little piece of silver. It's not very old, but hey, it's silver. And any day you find silver, it's a good day. And today we found silver and gold. This is crazy. I have hunted these woods before, I swear. Alright, let's have a look at what we got this time. Just came out of the ground right there. Wasn't that deep. You can see it's a little rosy dime. And the date is already legible on it. It is a 1960. It's just a baby. But that is still a piece of silver. It's pretty filthy. So I figure we'll give it the chuck and squirt treatment. Not that it's really necessary, since we already know the date. We know it's silver. We already know what a rosy looks like, but I get a kick out of doing this. Look at that. There we go. Oh yeah, that's loosening the dirt right up. It's a D. Yeah, 1960 D. Silver Roosevelt dime. Sweet. Well, I guess it's true what they say. Never hunt it out. No such thing as hunted out ground. These mosquitoes certainly believe it. They're gonna keep trying. They're just buzzing all around my head. They're just certain that if they keep looking, they'll find a spot. Whew. All right. All right, so we're now up on the board with silver and gold. Crazy. All right, I still got a little ways to go, but I'm doing all right, even if I quit right now. So, okay. Sorry about the bugs. Look at that, right in the camera. Get out of here. You gonna eat the camera? They're going for you now. All right. God, look at that view. Isn't that pretty? Look at those trees. That field's actually interesting. I've hunted in there before. It's all full of tall grass right now, so you can't detect out there. They haven't mowed it in a long time, but there's an old foundation out there and like a fireplace or something. It's all crumbled down. I think it was originally used as part of like a Boy Scout camp or something. I have hunted over there before, but not with the Knox. Sure would love to try again, but not while the grass is 4 feet tall. Anyway, alright, let's get back to it. History awaits. Well, I'm just about ready to call it a night. I'm tired of fighting off these bugs. Haven't found anything. Weird that the only coin we found today was a silver coin. Isn't that strange? Dug a clock, and now I just dug this cool little thing. I thought for sure it was going to be a coin. It sounded like one, but nope, it's a nice little buckle. I don't think it's that old, honestly. It does look like it's made of brass, but it wasn't very deep, so I figured this might be a modern backpack buckle or something. I don't think that's a tack buckle, but it's cool. I'll take it. I'll definitely take it. Whew. All right. I'll putter a little bit longer and then we'll do a wrap-up. And we will wrap up. We did all right today. Pretty sure this is a rim weight from a bicycle wheel rim for balancing. I think that's what it is. Anyway, it's pretty cool, whatever it is. Neat. Well, it's getting late, and it's definitely time to wrap up. So I thought we'd go over what we found today. Check it out. Pretty cool. Have a look. Alright, so we got that big spike. You saw that. This is something I picked up. You didn't see me pick it up. It was just under the leaves. This little thing set off the detector. It looks like could be part of one of those roadside reflectors that stands on a little stake. I mean, it could have been maybe a taillight from a truck. Not sure. It's kind of cool, though. I think I'll keep it. We got the little bicycle wheel weight, the Prohibition era bottle. This clock face is gone, but look at all the little gears in there. Isn't that cool? Some of the gears look like they're ready to fall out. There's a lot of dirt in there. I'll try soaking this. I don't know. I don't know how it'll do. Doesn't exactly look good enough to eat, does it? This is, this little glass container is full of hydrogen peroxide. And that little clock I found earlier today, I just dropped it in here and let it soak for a good hour. You can see the peroxide's been forming bubbles, working on the surface. And as you can see from the foam on the top, it appears to have lifted away a goodly amount of dirt. I'm sure it's not sparkling clean in there, but hopefully it is now cleaner and maybe easier to scrub. Alright, let me flush this out. We'll see how it looks. Alright, put the light on. There you go. It's definitely looking better. Definitely looking better. Most of the crud in there is gone. I'm not quite done with this. I'm gonna give it a zap with scrubbing bubbles. And even after all that soaking and multiple rinses, as you can see, when shaken around in water, more crud comes out. So I think there is some writing on there. See that word, clock? So I think once we can do a little scrubbing, we may be able to identify this clock. Now these scrubbing bubbles are working on it. I gave it a quick brush with some baking soda. That got a little of the stuff off. Then a quick soak in some vinegar, real quick, just a few minutes. And now the scrubbing bubbles. And that's probably all I'm going to be able to do for this clock. I don't think there's anything else I could do without like a Dremel. LUX Clock Manufacturing Company. Let's turn it around this way. Is this it? LUX Clock Manufacturing Company. And then it looks like this. Oh, there's Connecticut. Waterbury, Connecticut. Not sure what that last bit is. Maybe, oops, sorry. Maybe we can zoom in. Waterbury, Connecticut, USA. Lux Clock Manufacturing Company, Waterbury, Connecticut, USA. I don't see any more writing, but that should be enough. But it cleaned up pretty good. Cleaned up pretty good. So, hope you enjoyed that. And see you on the next one. So we'll see if we can preserve it. And then in our Purdue box here we have, well, one of the little gears that fell out of the clock. What I think pretty sure is a modern brass buckle. Not 100% sure, but I think it is. We got a 1960D silver Roosevelt dime and a big honkin' 10-carat man's class ring. Anyway, still pretty cool. And looks like I have a curious onlooker. Hang on a second.
Excuse me, what?
Okay, I had a lady come by. She was asking me, why are you taking pictures of the houses? She was a little confused. She thought I was taking pictures of these houses here, which of course I'm not doing. I had to say, no, I'm just taking pictures of myself, which probably sounds even weirder. Oh, well, whatever, you know, YouTubers, we're weird people. There's something else funny I wanted to tell you. Oh, I don't know if you can hear that. You hear that? That's the sound of acorns dropping out of these oaks and hitting the road, the woods, the branches. And these big firs back here, they are dropping gigantic pine cones. And they're not like all fluffy, they're like all the whatever you call them, like the petals on the pine cone. They're all flat, like scales. and it comes down like a torpedo. Whoop. Yeah, I got a few starts out there. I was just sort of sitting there in a pine cone, like, whomp, right next to me. Nothing has hit me yet, but I think I'm going to get out of here before something does. All right, well, that's it. Listen, I hope you enjoyed this little hunt. I really enjoyed having you along. It was a great hunt. We found some good stuff. Nothing super historic, but I met some nice people, and met someone who was interested in the hobby. Maybe he'll check out Chuckin' Dirt at some point. And yeah, these woods are not hunted out. There's still stuff to find. That whole stretch along there is also part of the same park. And I've hunted in there before too, but not with the equinox. So I guess I better check over there sometime. But it'll keep. It'll keep. All right, time to go get some dinner and settle down for a nice food fest with the fam. All right, guys. See you on the next hunt. Oh, push that like button, will you? And subscribe. Okay.